Hello, welcome back to my garden. It is the middle of the day and it is hot. I didn't film this earlier in the day because, well, I had things to do and I have things to do this afternoon. It always seems to be something to be doing someplace at some time. But what we're going to do right now is plant something fun for the fall, I hope. But before we do that, let's take a quick peek at some of the things that are growing here in the vegetable garden. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but there are a lot of flowers here on my spoon tomato. So hopefully in the next week or so, I'm just scratching my head wondering what to do with all the spoon tomatoes. My Bambino French marigolds are all going to seed. I'm struggling to keep them deadheaded, but they're still looking pretty good, and I'll probably come through later tonight when the sun's not out cooking me, and I'll do some more deadheading. My Container's Choice tomatoes here are, well, they're big, they're full, and there are some tomatoes if we look down in here. But there aren't a lot of tomatoes. So I'm scratching my head as to why there seems to be more growth than, I guess, tomatoes. Help me out in the comments below if you think you know the answer there. Watermelon, Piccolo watermelon, growing very good. I've got 2 vines selected. I had 5. I thinned them out just to the 2. And we'll see what happens in about a month's time. Here are my Bush Lake Superior green beans. And I have to say, I don't think that they're superior in taste over the Blue Lake 47s. Hopefully next year I can get some Blue Lake 47 beans. There are so many beans on just the few bean plants that I have over here. These are the early contender bush beans, and I've been harvesting them and picking them and eating them, and Sophie's been helping me so much, which is great. I'm just going to keep on going until they run out, which will probably be in about the next few weeks. Okra is fruiting. I've never successfully grown okra before, so I'll take that as a positive, and hopefully I'll be harvesting this in what, a month's time? A few weeks time? I don't know, I'll have to Google it, or if you guys know the answer, let me know in those comments below. Onions are almost ready to be harvested. I mean, technically I could harvest them now, but I'm going to let them go just a little bit longer. We're supposed to be getting some more rain in the next few days, so hopefully we get that. That'll help these onions grow just a little bit larger. Cucumbers, growing like crazy, loving the heat, but so far no fruit that I've seen. Lots of flowers, so hopefully in the next few weeks we start getting some fruit. If you guys don't follow me over on Instagram, you've been missing this show. These are some lilies that I rescued from the front flower garden where the deer were eating them back every year. And I put them into this pot and they have been flowering like this for probably a week or so. They look really good, really good. Next year I'll plant them up into the rose garden. Now on for today's main event. In here, we're going to plant something fun, something which hopefully I'll be ready to harvest come the fall. But for that to happen, I have to get it planted today. So in this bed, we're going to be planting some pumpkins. I mentioned a few weeks ago, I have these fun little pumpkins, Jack B. Little pumpkins. And I've grown them before with various amounts of success. I've usually done them in the ground, and the bunnies usually get to them sometimes. This year I thought I'd grow them here in this bed amongst all this. No, I'm kidding. A little bit of movie magic. We're going to clean this up and make it look like this. So this bed now looks plantable, usable. It was amazing in the few short weeks that this was empty. I previously had garlic in here, but it was pretty amazing to me how quickly crabgrass was growing in the bed. There's quite a few bugs out today. So the next thing I'm going to do is probably something that's not really necessary, but it's something I'm going to do anyways, which is get a flamethrower and kill the flies that are flying around me. No, seriously, I'm going to put up this trellis here. This is something I bought years ago over at, I think, Gardener Supply. Not really sure, can't remember. It's been a long time. And I think this is kind of unnecessary for the Jack B. Little pumpkins, but they are a vining crop. The pumpkins weigh ounces, they don't weigh a lot. So theoretically, what I'm thinking is I can grow them up the outside, they'll be hanging down the outside, and life will be wonderful. Maybe I can grow some marigolds on the outside too, on that end and this end down here. maybe. There's one more thing actually I want to do to this trellis real quick, and that is put some of these tent stakes in here. I could partially bury it, but I don't want to, because then I have to unbury it. But these will help keep it secured, especially once it gets a load on it of leafy vine. And when we get high winds, I don't want this rocking around too much, pull itself out of the ground. So a few stakes will help hold it in. Now it's been a while since I've grown these, so let's say the vines apparently only get to 5 foot long, which is fine. They can grow up and over. 6 to 10 fruits per plant. Plant the seeds 1 inch deep, 3 to 4 inches apart. This is what we're gonna do. I got a bunch of seeds here. It's actually not that many. As I mentioned before in some other videos, depending upon whom you buy your seeds from, sometimes they go by weight, sometimes they go for quantity. These are from Botanical Interests. I think they went for weight. I'm gonna plant 4 on each side, I think. You know what? I'm gonna do a few more because I have no idea what seeds are going to come up. And I have these seeds, might as well use them. I'm gonna actually put a couple back here for this trellis. Again, I don't know what's gonna come up. Hopefully they do come up. And then they can climb up this vertical one as well. As I was planting the seeds, I thought about what I had just said a moment ago about doing some marigolds on the ends. So let me go get some seeds. I just went over to the tomato bed and I got a couple of dried seed pods of the Bambino French marigolds. And I don't know if you guys can tell, maybe you will, these seeds are ready to go. So I think maybe we'll just do a line at each end, pop some seeds in, same down at this end. There we go. And then I'm gonna do one more thing that some of you may or may not agree with. Some of you may not even care. I'm not gonna water the bed right now. No, it's the middle of the day. It's getting quite hot. I don't think there's a point right now with the heat of the day in watering the bed right now, but I will come back this evening when I go around and I do my evening watering here in the vegetable garden, and I'll give this bed a really good, thorough soaking. The seeds that are in here now will be absolutely fine. The raised bed mix is dry. It's not like they're going to instantly start germinating and need water. But tonight I'll come by and I'll give this a really good soak. So that's what's going on here in the vegetable garden today. Not a big project, something little, something that's going to be fun really, because I don't know how edible the Jack B. Littles are. I'd have to look at the label so you see if it says anything, but I think they're fun and I think they're cute. Maybe you could use them in a Halloween display or fall display, something like that, but it'll put the bed to use. There'll be something else growing, and it's something that I found really does enjoy the heat now in the middle of the summer. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great week. And with all that being said, thank you everybody for watching. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.